You couldn't make it to a fall meeting this year. Here's a quick recap of what you missed. While this video will only cover the highlights, you can review the entire PowerPoint presentation, including talking points, from the Central Office Customer Relations SharePoint page. You should also check with your supervisor for more information. First up, a message from MoDOT Director Dave Nichols.
Hi Team MoDOT. Just want to talk a little bit about fall meetings are coming up, and unfortunately I'm not going to be able to go to every one of them, so I wanted to reach out and touch everybody with a few words. First thing is I want to say thank you for all the great work you've been doing this summer. As I've driven around all over the state, you've done just a fabulous job of keeping the right-of-way mowed, picking up trash, just keeping the right-of-way neat and tidy all over the state. I also want to say thank you to all of you who have been working in work zones and on work zones all over the state. They have been very well maintained. They're very visible both during the day and at night. There's a lot of advance warnings for motorists, and I'm very proud of everything that you're doing there. I also want to say thank you to all of you for wearing your personal protective equipment. I know we talk about that a lot, but I just want you to know how proud I am of all of you for wearing that equipment, and it really makes us show out all during the day during our work zones. And so it's really an improvement, and I'm very proud of everything you're doing in our work zones. And everything we've done all summer has just been great. So well done there. I also want to talk a little bit, because I know it's on your mind, about what has happened after Constitutional Amendment 7. Well, first things is I want to say thank you to all of you for the great work that you're doing and that you have done that help keep MoDOT's credibility very, very high. The one thing that we learned all over the state as we were talking about Constitutional Amendment number 7 is that MoDOT is very highly thought of. Missourians think MoDOT's doing a very good job all over the state, and we want you to know that we're very proud of everything that you're doing. So that work that you do out on the right-of-way has a big effect on the attitudes of Missourians, so well done there. Those of you that had a chance to work on the actual Constitutional Amendment number 7, the project list development, talking to our community partners in the on-the-move process of long-range planning, also was extremely well done. The development of the project list was really well done, and it was really the foundation of what Constitutional Amendment 7 was all about. And Missourians were just not ready, for a lot of different reasons, to raise sales tax in our state at this time. So I don't want you to feel terribly bad, as I do, about all the things that have happened around Constitutional Amendment 7. Team MoDOT did a fabulous job, and I just want you to know that Dave Nichols and the Highway Commission are very, very proud of all of you. So we're going to keep pushing. We're going to solve our transportation funding problem in our state, and it will be taken care of at some time. So this was just one step, and yes, it was a little bit of a step backwards, but we'll be fine, and we're going to keep pushing forward. Want to talk about some things that are very, very important to us, because you're thinking about, well, what's next, Dave? And really the key things are, let's focus on what we do best. And there's really 3 things I always want you to remember, and that is that safety is our primary function. It's keeping ourselves safe, it's keeping our customers safe, and it's keeping our partners safe. When we're out there working, and especially when we're having our morning chats about what we're going to be doing that day, let's make sure everybody's aware of all the environments that we're working in and keeping ourselves safe, and that our work zones are put up safely, as we've talked about earlier, to make sure that people that drive through our work zones understand what they're going through and that we keep them safe. And we've done a very, very good job there, so I'm very proud of you. And also our responsibility about keeping our partners safe. Remember, just because our partners don't necessarily directly work with MoDOT, our job is to go out and coach them when we see something that's being done that's not safe, that we talk to them and make sure when they're working on our right-of-way that they're doing their work as safely as we would do that. So don't be afraid to go out and talk to a utility company, a contractor, contractor's employees, just to make sure they know that it's important that they keep their work zone safe, they keep their people safe on our project. So very proud of you there. Things are going very, very well, but let's just not lose the focus on safety. The second area that I want to talk to you a little bit about is where our focus is going. We've been very focused on building new projects over the last several years, big projects, mammoth projects. And our focus now is really going to be on taking care of what we have, what we call preservation type work. And that's where our focus is going to be over the next few years. That's our primary function. When the dollars get tight, our job is take care of what we have before we build new. So you'll see a lot of effort on whether it's field operations and maintenance or even some construction projects are really going to be focused on preservation on the roadway and bridges. So we're going to invest our resources wisely on taking care of what we have with the resources that we have. The third area is no matter how much money that we have at MoDOT, we can always provide outstanding customer service to the people of Missouri. And you do a great job at it, but I want you to know how important it is that we step forward and talk to Missourians and let them know just because we don't have all the money to build these great big huge projects that we would like to do all over the state doesn't mean that we can't find a way to go help someone and help them through their problem. We may not be able to say yes to every challenge that comes up, but we can find a way to help somebody solve their transportation problem. So being responsive, finding a way to help somebody, being nice to people is still easy to do, and it's a primary focus of us. So providing outstanding customer service is key to our business at MoDOT. So again, I just want you to know how proud I am of everything that you're doing as we prepare for winter ops. It's still warm outside, but winter's just around the corner. And I want you to know how very, very proud I am of everything that you're doing at MoDOT, keeping our customers safe, keeping yourself safe, providing outstanding customer service, and taking the best care of our transportation system that we have in Missouri. I'm very, very proud of all of you, and thank you all so much for everything that you do for Missourians. Take care.
Let's talk about safety. MoDOT has 2 new tools this year to help keep you safe. A new video series called Back to Basics gives you a quick, under 2-minute overview of how to work safely in various jobs. We've also created a new poster series featuring an example of the right safety action and the consequence of doing the opposite. These posters are called Choose One, and they're being placed in every MoDOT building in the state. Next up is a brief update on winter operations. Check out these stats from last year. It was a busy winter, and MoDOT spent $73 million on snow fight, significantly more than our $46 million average. This winter, we're overstaffing maintenance positions to deal with employee turnover and hiring more seasonal and emergency operators where we can. Everyone will get a practice run on November 5th during the statewide winter operations drill. Before we move on to another topic, one more note about winter operations and safety. The number one cause of employee injuries during winter is slips, trips, and falls. Since 2010, there have been 119 reported injuries during winter operations. Remember your prevention methods this winter and use 3 points of contact, wear shoes with good tread, look before you step, and take your time in slippery conditions. Now let's take a look at the changes to active and retiree medical plan premiums for 2015. There's a 2% increase in premiums for all active employees and Medicare retirees. All non-Medicare retiree categories will see a 7% increase in premiums. There are also changes to retiree medical premiums for those retiring on or after January 1st, 2015. Retiree medical premiums will be based on an employee's total years of service. The Commission will contribute 2% per year of service, not to exceed 50% of the total premium. Only full years of service will count, partial years will be rounded down. Effective January 1st, 2015, all MoDOT employees will have 80% of their medical insurance premium covered by the Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission. The Commission pays about $7,800 per year for each employee's premium. The 2014 Employee Satisfaction Survey results were announced this September. Despite major organizational changes that have happened here since the last survey, back in 2010, employee satisfaction has dipped only slightly, from 65 to 64%. Topics that rated high in the survey include our efforts to be safe, opportunities to build work skills, and respect for diversity. Salaries, promotions, and opportunities for advancement rated the lowest. The entire survey report is available on MoDOT's intranet homepage. This year's Innovation Challenge is up and running, and now is the time to submit your ideas. As many as 18 first-round winners could win up to $75 per person for their innovations. Up to 60 innovations will be chosen for the statewide competition, with up to 12 showcase winners receiving up to $425 per person. As many as 6 statewide best practices will take home an extra $10,000 for the district or division budget. There are 3 broader categories for your innovation: tools and equipment, projects, and productivity. There's also a new Director's Award for Safety. The Employee Development Staff in MoDOT's Human Resources Division wants to remind all employees of the services it provides to help you grow personally and professionally. Check in with them for tools and training on a wide variety of subjects. If you work maintenance, traffic, or bridge, you may be eligible to participate in MoDOT's Maintenance Leadership Academy. Applications are due November 30th for an opportunity to prepare for a leadership position within maintenance. Contact your human resources staff for more information. The Employee Development Staff are also offering Equal Employment Opportunity Refresher Training. This session is offered every 3 years to help employees understand terminology, applicable laws, and MoDOT policies. It also helps employees recognize and prevent discrimination, harassment, and retaliation. To see the full fall meeting PowerPoint presentation, go to the Quick Links section of the Central Office Customer Relations SharePoint site.